Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome, my name is Melissa and I'm here on my YouTube channel. I know I haven't posted on the days that I'm supposed to post, but if y'all know why. But welcome back. So today is Monday, so I have a missing case today. So actually today is my first missing case that I'll be talking about 3 missing people. Let me switch my laptop. Y'all about to see me move. Move. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, so like I was saying, yeah. So today I'll be the first case that I'll be talking about 3 people. I usually always talk about 1 missing person, but today I'll be talking about 3. So go ahead and subscribe if y'all are interested in hearing about missing children cases, and if you are, just go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell, and just let me know if you have a case that you want me to talk about. Because there are some cases that I've never heard about that I have found on Facebook. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. So today we're going to be talking about the fourth word missing trio. So if you do not know this case, you will learn about this case today. So Mary Rachel was 17 years old, high school student at Southwest High. Her last name was Trlica. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Rachel and been married for about 6 months to her husband Tommy Learsit. She owned a 1972 Oldsmobile 1988, which was the vehicle she would be driving the day the girls disappeared. Leah Renee Wilson was 14 years old, and she and Rachel had been friends for many years, and their respective families were close as well. At the time of her disappearance, Renee had a serious boyfriend named Terry, who had just given her a promised ring and earlier Christmas gift. Julie Ann Moseley, 9, lived across the street from Renee's grandmother and was the younger sister of Renee's boyfriend. So, I'm going to tell y'all the day of their disappearance, and it was during Christmas. They went to Christmas shopping. So, on December 23rd of 1974, Rachel and Renee decided that they wanted to do some last-minute Christmas shopping. Julie asked to tag along with pair because she was bored and didn't want to spend the day alone. The other girls told Julie that she had to get permission first. Julie called her mother Renee, who was hesitant to let her go as Julie didn't have any money. And while Renee knew Rachel, she wasn't well acquainted with Renee, but she finally relented, knowing that her daughter would be lonely if she was left behind. The 3 girls set out. They went to be back by 4 p.m. because Renee in particular was excited to attend a Christmas party later that day with her boyfriend and wanted time to get ready beforehand. The first stop was at a Super Plus store in Fort Worth so that Renee could pick up her layaway items after they head to the Simmery South Shopping Center, also in Fort Worth, underwear that if this simple act would change their lives forever. So if you don't know, layaway is where you buy certain items. I don't know if they still do it today because I order mine online. I order stuff online. That's just my preference. Let me put you a little bit up in my... So, if you don't know, layaway is basically where you buy items and you just put them in layaway, and like in the stores will save them and you pay them. You pay off them until I think you have like a certain day to take them out and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what layaway is. If you don't know. So now we're gonna be talking about their disappearance. So when the girls didn't return home, their respective families became concerned and decided to investigate. They drove out to Simmery South Shopping Center and quickly found Rachel's car parked in the upper left of the Sears parking lot. However, the girls were nowhere to be found. It has sometimes been erroneously reported that the vehicle was full of shopping bags, but were actually no bags from the mall inside the car. There were only the lightweight item that Renee had picked up early, as well as a wrapped gift that Renee had brought with her to give to Rachel's stepson. The family waited at the mall all night, but the 3 girls never showed up. As many missing person cases involving young people, the police intentionally assumed the girls to be runaways. Their family did not believe this, however, point out that Renee had been eager to attend the Christmas party that night, and that Julie, only 9 years old, would never want to leave town just before Christmas. Several witnesses placed Rachel, Renee, and Julie at the mall on the day they went missing. According to a few accounts, they were seen in the company of a security guard or were seen getting into a vehicle that had security on the side of it. Most of the accounts suggest that the girls appear happy and at ease. One woman notified store clerks that she saw the three girls in a pickup truck with the men. The witness did not give her name and unfortunately and has never come forward to help the police. Only witness came forward to say that they had seen the girls forced into a pickup truck by two men. 2 days after the girl's disappearance, Tony Turtle's Rachel's husband received a strange and troubling letter that was sensibly from his wife. This letter read, "I know I'm going to cash it, but we have to get away. We're going to Houston. See you in about a week. The car's in Sears, upper lot. Love, Rachel." Oddly, the letter was addressed to Thomas Rickley, despite the fact that he went by the name Tommy, which was what Rachel always called him. Also, Rachel's parents were adamant that it wasn't in her handwriting. Another suspicious detail, it appeared that the author had misspelled Rachel, the first time spelling it with a second E intentionally, and then having to go back over it with an I instead. It seemed unlikely that Rachel, who had written her own name countless times by the point, would have made such a mistake. The letter was examined by many handwriting experts over the years, but with no conclusion result. Rachel, Renee, and Julie have never been seen nor heard from since. And here are the theories. The families continued to search for the girls in the years and decades following their disappearance, distributing missing person flyers and hiring private investigators. And such a private investigator, Dan James, claimed that though the courses of conditioned interviews with friends of missing girls, as well as two people who had been living in an RV in Tony and Rachel's backyard, he learned that Rachel, Tony, and Deborah, their roommate, and Rachel's older sister, had been arguing the weeks leading up to Rachel's disappearance. Some context for why this may be important: Deborah was Tommy's ex-fiancée. Not long after his breakup with Deborah, Tommy began dating and eventually married Rachel. The three were living together in December of 1974 and thought this sounds like an uncomfortable and emotional situation from an outside perspective. Deborah claimed that was no ill whatsoever between either herself and her sister or between her and Tommy. James also allegedly learned that the physical altercation had occurred between Rachel and Deborah and Tony at a bowling alley just the day before the girls went missing. If true, it's unclear what participated in the fight or who got physical with whom. Deborah, for her part, claimed that they had played gangster together that night before and made no mention of a fight. Dan and James also believed that Tony and Deborah were having an affair and stated that friends of Rachel had said that she was having multiple affairs to her own as well. Another potential person of interest is defined by James as Rachel's father, Random Cotton Arnold. He was alleged to have been physically abusive towards both of his daughters, which was said to be the main reason that both had moved out of the family home. James went on to state that his investigation had turned up no evidence that Arnold was incorporately involved with a number of underage girls and that he was possibly even sexually abusive towards his own daughters. Which brings us to the particularly disturbing theory posted by James that Rachel had been 6 and 8 weeks pregnant and the Arnold himself may have been the father. James' citizen medical records supposedly proving her pregnancy, but these were never released to the public. There does not appear to be any other evidence supporting this theory, and it seems to be merely the conjure of the private investigator. Cardon Arnold, who was terminally ill with stage 4 cancer when his daughter went missing, died just 4 months later. Rusty Orlando Arnold, Rachel's younger brother, once suspected Deborah of being involved in her disappearance in the base of what he was told by Dan James. He has since changed his mind on that point, however, and determinedly continues to search for clues as to what happened to his sister. Tommy briefly offered a $2,000 reward for information leading to the whereabouts of his wife, but withdraw the reward within a year and move away. Both Tony and Deborah have professed their innocence of any wrongdoing in the case. A new suspect was discovered in 1975, a 20-year-old man with Tungsing's connection to Rachel. Shortly before she went missing, Rachel had applied for a job at the store in Fort Worth. The man who owned the store, the suspect in question, had allegedly been making odd and harassing phone calls to the other 6 women who had played for the same position. applied for the same position. Whether Rachel had received similar calls is unknown, and this lead eliminated went nowhere. In the bizarre twist, another private investigator, John Swing, ordered that all of his files relating to the fourth trio case be destroyed upon his death. Shortly thereafter, in 1979, he died of drug overdose, which was ruled a suicide. Swing had been investigating the disappearance from early on and was said to have done substantial work on this case. Sadly, whether he may have discovered in his final months died with him. In January 2001, the case was reopened. The police interviewed at least 20 new witnesses who seen the girls at the mall that day and reportedly narrowed their suspect list down just to 5 individuals. The same year, a former Fourth Ward policeman and security guard at the Seymour South Sears outlet came forward to report that he spotted 3 girls with a young male security guard inside a pickup truck on December 23rd of 1974. He said that they had appeared perfectly at ease and were even laughing. Authorities believe the girls left the mall with someone they knew that day, and things went wrong from there. In 2018, Rusty Arnold, still determined to find answers to what happened to his sister, learned that 3 cars were found at the bottom of Benbrook Lake, located just 8 miles away from the shopping center. Enlisting to the help of the team or divers and dozens of volunteers, Rusty had all 3 vehicles pulled out of the lake, hoping to find any evidence related to the disappearance of the Fourth Ward trio. Unfortunately, nothing of note was discovered, nor anything that would suggest a connection to the case. Rusty also became the administrator for the missing Fourth trio Facebook page, which has over 13,060,000 members. We're looking at these statistic of the people who are on Facebook page, and there are people from citizens in countries all over the world. Rusty told Deadline 2019, "It makes me feel like what we are doing is working, and we have to keep talking about it and getting others to talk about it too." Rusty, who has been working on the case most of his life, also described how the tragedy has affected people. "My mom puts out 3 angels on her lawn every year at Christmas time to symbolize the girls. Fourth Ward was changed forever on the day the girls went missing." No further developments were announced until 2022, when another high-profile Fourth Ward cold case was solved. Melissa Hicks Smith, who was abducted as a child in 1971, was reunited with her family, bringing a happy end to the country's oldest missing person cases. Rusty Arnold looked at the proximity between Highsmith and his sister's trio and wondered if there could be a connection. The same year, Rusty announced that an anonymous donor had put $50,000 reward for someone with information leading to arrest in the conviction. The case remains open and active. Remaining family members are still hopeful that one day they will have defined answers about what happened to Rachel, Renee, and Julie, and why they vanished 5 decades ago. And that is the really sad story of these 3 missing beautiful young ladies who just went Christmas shopping and just disappear out of like a thin air. There are pictures of them of how they would look now. And I mean, age 9, 14, 17, like that's just so crazy to me. I mean, when I seen this case and I watch videos of this case, it's just mind-blowing to me. But let me know what y'all think, guys. Let me know if anybody has any information. Y'all can go ahead and call the Fourth Ward PD at 817-335-4222. And you can stay anonymous. I just hope this family gets answers, because I don't know how they do it. But I will be back with a new video really soon. Love ya, guys.